Here we go. JunkGuysdfw.net. Got my intro music. There's someone in the background. Got it going on. Alrighty. I have no idea where I'm at. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Alright guys, that was my intro song for this today's video live vlog for my channel. I am live right now on my Facebook page. I am live right now on my YouTube page. Check the setup out. Woo! Forget about the green screen. I got my clothes all over the place. I got my dirty shirts. So none of these shirts are actually washed or anything. I just threw them up there for like effect, and I thought it'd be kind of funny just to throw them up there. Tonight, I am introducing a guest to the channel. So a few weeks ago, I had Austin from Let It Go Junk Removal in Florida, the great city of the oranges, I guess, and Orlando, where I just went and blew a lot of money from my honeymoon. And today I'm going to talk to another company. Do you think that's a good idea? Don't get me involved. Okay. And I'm also going to talk to JF Hauling, and they're out of Illinois, guys. They're out of Illinois. A new junk removal service that just started up, but they've been doing really great lately. So if you're there, just tuned in, Austin, what's up? I just brought you up. I just was talking about you, brother. Marvin, junk removal. Ricardo's a junk legend. What's up? And I got my boy Miles. What's up, Raven, junk removal entrepreneur. All right, so I want to get into this really quick. I had a few things that happened that got controversial with one of my comments that I did on the Facebook. Well, not the Facebook. It was more the junk removal discussion group page that is run by Mike is the owner. Mike Feeney. He's the owner of the junk removal discussion groups. Also, Dr. Junk. They're based out of North Carolina. Okay, so I had posted something, and Mike had no idea what was going on with this situation. And here it is. I have about 8 or 9 Google My Business accounts on Google, of course. And I use different addresses for everything. And here's what happened is I saw one of my accounts, all my accounts have a lot of, how can you say, my accounts have a lot of reviews. And I noticed one of my accounts had 0 reviews. And the reason it had 0 reviews is because I was blocking the reviews on the adjustments of Google. It says, do you want reviews or not? And I put no. So, and this had been done years and years ago, so I had no idea this was even happening. And I just never look at the Google. Hey, listen, as long as the phone is ringing, I could care less. Okay, I could care less. So here's what I ended up doing. I ended up going up there, and then I posted this on my Facebook page. So I'm going to pull up my Facebook page right here. It'll be popping up in just a second. Right there. Boom. There it is. And then I posted this, and this is on the junk removal discussion group. And I'm going to tell you, I had an incredible response to it, and I don't know why it's shaking. I don't know why it's shaking. There it is. It says, hey guys, I need some reviews on this Google My Business account. If you could help me out, I would appreciate it. Thanks, Richard Hernandez. The link is below. And then you click the link, and it takes you to this. So I let this run. I just let it run, and then all of a sudden, bing, 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 bing. I got all these reviews and stuff like this. And then this guy. And I don't really want to back down from controversy. I kind of like it, okay? So I started reading the reviews on this, and it's got 58 comments, and I think I click here for the comments. Or click here. Let me see. God damn, I'm the worst at this. Yeah, you click here, and it says view 18 more comments, so we're just going to click there and view every comment. So these are the comments that came up on the thing, but one of them that stood out is, this is when I got a text. I got a text from another junk removal company, and they are from another state, and I don't want to mention who they are. They were Junk Guys Austin, actually. And he told me, hey, Rich, who's this dude, Doug Calhoun? So I look and I said, okay, who is this guy? I have no idea who this is. And he says, that's one way to get your GMB shut down. Fake reviews work both ways. I'm a leader in the junk removal industry and do not support fake reviews. Wow. And this guy Bernard McCarthy, if you're listening to the video, this guy he just backs me up. He's like, dude, who are you to say this? And he says, What credentials are needed to be a leader in the junk removal industry? Honest question. And Stacy McCaffrey says, you know, they're all, now we're making fun of it. So I'm going to like this. I'm going to like it too. I'm not going to like this. Paul Richmond comes back and says, agree with above, fake reviews ruin the industry. Genuine reviews aren't hard to get if you impress your customer. Listen, I'm not here to impress any customers. That's the last thing I want to be able to let y'all know. I'm not here to impress any customer. If they want to give me a review, give me a review. If you don't, God, please go back inside, pay me, and let me go about my business. I could care less about reviews, okay? My business does not run on reviews. I wanted this Google My Business to get reviews. That way, eventually the phone calls will ring more. That's really all I wanted to. But if you didn't give me any reviews, the thing still gets like 6,000 hits a month, okay? Doug Calhoun comes back and he says, it's no joke. Oh, hold on. If you hit the, well, that's his page right there. You hit something and his page comes up right here. It's kind of, I don't really look at this thing. Stacy McCaffrey, here goes again. He says, oh my OMG, y'all, it's a joke. And he's trying to settle down the conversation here. Okay, if you say so. I know the guy well personally, like Mike Feeney, but he's not really asking people to lie. He doesn't need it, and that's true. I don't need it. Stacy, love you, brother. Stacy, love you, man. These are great. And Doug, just being a smartass, says whatever you say, Stacy. Sounds like your butt hurt. Ricardo, no skin off my ass. Bye, Ricardo, no skin off my ass. That's a dirty way of running your business. I don't know who Daniel Grudman is, but I will tell you this. You're gonna. Juliana, hey, you went to my school. Oh, I spoke at your school. Okay, so I'm reading some of the comments. Hey, girl, what's up? How are you? I'm reading. I went to a school and talked about junk removal and YouTube at a school. So anyway, so Mike Feenley says that they know who I am. Thank you for joking around. It was just a joke. Jake Day says, admins, please delete. This type of behavior harms our entire industry. Guys, Jesus Christ. Y'all are getting too involved in this. And you know, all I could say is, I don't. Yes, apparently you do. Stacey McCaffrey goes off. Golly. Remember Mike Feeney, Doug Calhoun, who's mad because his business is like this small compared to my business, right? Says, this post needs to be removed. Can't let someone push their own agenda. This page for educational purposes only, so you say so. And you know what? Mike is a great guy. He's probably looked at this. I haven't talked to Mike yet, but he probably looked at this and said, you know what? Who cares? You know what I mean? Michael Garcia says, now this is the one that I wanted to read, okay? And I think, oh, I didn't even read this, but here's what happened. Michael Garcia says, why are you guys calling fake reviews? I think you guys are just hating. Ricardo has done jobs for friends and family for free, volunteered his time, and donated item. Anybody can leave him a review because it relates to his business. When Ricardo gives advice, tips, is providing a service free of charge. That is true. That is true. And then I say, I read this because someone called me, and this is the time I came in, and he says, love this. I said, Michael Garcia, you're a warrior. Love this. And then I say, Doug Calhoun sucks. So Doug comes back and he says, don't flatter yourself. And I come back and I said, you still suck, bruh. You know what I mean? It was like, you still suck, bruh. You know what I mean? And then I guess he said something. Oh, he says, grow up. I'm sorry, I did not read this in his thing. He says, you should watch some of my videos and learn something. Okay, so that was the last thing Doug Calhoun said to me. He said, you should watch some of my videos and learn something to me, and I never replied. Listen, I don't want to get any beef with Doug Calhoun. I don't really know the guy, but I am going to say something. And here goes. Your videos. Here we go. Your videos. God damn, I don't even know how to spell. Oh, videos. Probably suck. Jesus Christ. Probably suck. So I will not watch them. Bruh. I just like putting bruh. Now, I'm going to tell you about something about Doug Calhoun. When I first started out junk removal, one of the things that I did a lot was take pictures with customers. It was my first thing that I did. I would take a picture with the customer, And oh, let me enter that. Okay. And I always had their hands shaking, and I would go like this. And everybody knows this from me. I did this a long time ago. I did this 12 years. And I would be holding their hands, and I'd be like this, and they'd be, you know, they'd give me a thumbs up. And I always ask for the double thumbs up. And that's how I built my business, because people just were looking at, you know, everything that I was doing and seeing how I managed to get so many so many pictures with customers and how much business, whatever. Doug Calhoun does that. He does that. He did something I did 12 years ago, and he takes pictures because I saw his Instagram page. Somebody sent pictures of his Instagram page to me, and I looked at it today, and I just started laughing. So the guy's original. You're original, Doug. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. You know what's funny about it is that he can talk all this stuff, but he can't do something I've done. He has no platform to do anything that I've done. I go live, and I get people watching my channel. Doug can't do that. He has not many subscribers, probably. His YouTube channel just started out, and I feel bad for him because he will not be able to reach the masses that I can, like I can, and I do. So again, I would say, Doug, your comments suck. You were a jerk, and I'm sorry, bro, but I'm gonna beat you. I have more subs. You're trying to do something. I have a bigger business, and dude, have you seen my girl? She's like hotter than, you know, and I'm sorry about that. So anyway, if anybody's got any comments to talk about that, that'd be great. You know what I mean? That'd be good. It is a Saturday. Tough crowd on Saturdays, but I wanted to do this video because I have a guest. I have a guest today, and that's what we're going to do, guys. So away with the Facebook page. There it is, guys. It's going away, guys. So let's get to agenda. I wanted to point that out. I haven't had beef with anybody on Facebook in a long time, but listen, don't go visit the guy's page because he probably wants everybody to visit his page. But with that, I just want to say, guys, that I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate the people that back me up. I mean, when did I ever think I'd be doing junk removal and people would just back me up on a Facebook discussion group? I had people calling me about this. I had people sending me text messages about this, and I'm like, dude, I see this all the time. People are always talking shit about me. And then someone sent me his Instagram pictures where he's doing this, and they go, Richard, weren't you doing this like 12 years ago? And I was like, yeah, I was. So, and he just happened to copy that. So somebody who actually took some of the ideas I had and copied them and then talked smack about me, not nice, Doug. Good luck with your business, brother. Just stop posting on the Facebook discussion group page. All right, but let's get down to it because here's where I want to talk. We are going to introduce a new company today on the page, guys, and I want to get to that right now. JF Hauling is a company out of Illinois, and he's going to be my guest for today, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to bring him on. And we're going to just talk about the simple questions there is, and this is called Time with the Junk Guys, okay? So I'm going to call him up right now, and then I'm going to bring him up, and he'll be up on that side. So that side. He's going to come up on this side in just a second. Let me call him up. We're going to bring him as a guest, and then we can ask him questions, just like normal people just ask people questions. So if you have anything cool to say or any questions that you want to know, if you're new to the industry, let's run with it. Now, I will tell you, none of this is rehearsed. I have talked to Jacob. I said, Jacob, I'm going to bring you on. He is the owner of his company, JF Hauling. And he's always commenting on my videos, so I reached out to him and I said, brother, do you mind being a viewer on my channel? And he said, hell yeah, he's going to do it, and that's what we're going to do right now. So let me get him on the phone right now. Let me see if I can get a hold of him first, okay? And that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to bring him live, okay? So I'm calling him up right now, guys. That's what I'm doing. Answer your phone, bro. Hey. Hey, pretty good, brother. Hold on. Let me bring you up on my thing here. So I've got a hold of him. Here we go, guys. There he is, the man. He's frozen right now. Hold on. You're frozen. I don't know why you're frozen, but you are frozen. No, don't freeze. Don't freeze. You keep on moving, but you're
How's it going, everybody?
you're not on here yet. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get you going right. Here we go. Okay, you're still frozen. You're still frozen.
Like a big-time Doug guy.
The what?
It's a hard call.
Yeah. Here, let me get you up here. Let me see where you're at here. Boop, 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 boop. Where are you on this thing? Messenger call. Okay, let's see. And here he is. Oh, live. We got you live, brother, now. You are live. And I'm going to take me and get rid of me. There we go. Let me resize you. You should be coming on in just a second. If you're watching yourself on another screen, there you are. So this is the first time, Doug, Doug, I called you Doug. I was just ragging Doug up. Jacob, I'm sorry, Jacob. So Jacob, this is the first time I'll ever use Facebook to do this. I use Google Duo, but you told me that you couldn't afford Google Duo, and then I said it's free.
That's still too tight for the budget, man.
Too tight. Free 99. Free 99. Yeah. All right, Jacob, I'm gonna let you. Yeah. I'm gonna let you take the floor, talk a little about your business, and then just say how long you've been in business, the full name. If we got a website, YouTube channel, shoot it away. It's your floor. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it, Ricardo. Everybody doesn't know me. I'm Jake with JF Only Junk Removal here in Springfield, Illinois. This is my third year of business so far, and big supporter of Ricardo and DFW. When I really didn't know what I was doing, I would just hop on YouTube and watch his junk removal channel. And when I wanted to go do a hot tub, I had no idea how I was going to get this thing out of the sunroom. And I watched about 3 or 4 hours of his videos, got me a Sawzall, got me a crowbar, got me a shop vac just in case there was water, and I was good to go. So, been watching him. I'd say, it's definitely an all-year-round thing. I quit my 9 to 5 in November, which is really starting to turn winter here in Springfield, Illinois. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to get customers, but just doing one good job after another and holding on to my money when I didn't have a job, and just making sure that I was advertising constantly really got me going. And then watching all the you guys' YouTube channel and just trying to figure out what kind of advertising you were doing.
Right.
And that's a little bit about me. 3 years in business, kind of starting to get there where it's make or break. So some people do it real small for a little while, some people get big.
Right. Jacob, I was going to ask you, where did you work at before?
Before I had just worked for a little bit. I was a meat cutter, actually. I was learning how to cut meat. It really wasn't something I was into. It was only like I said, 9 to 5. It really wasn't pushing my boundaries as far as my capabilities. And I just found out I was having a second daughter that I better get busy working for myself.
Hell yeah, you better, right? Get your ass really working.
I work twice as long now for half the pay, but it works out.
Jacob, really fast. I want to stay on that subject, but I want to look over to the right side and looking at Esteban Estrada. He says, "Shout out from Chicago, Jake. I see your vids." So you do have some fans. There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going, GDL, Francisco, Esteban Estrada?
Yeah, and Charles Hutton, Francisco. What's up, guys? So I want to stay on that. I want to talk about that really quick. When you have a job and you're a meat cutter and you're working for somebody else and you're making money for somebody else and you've been doing this, how long did you cut meat for?
I only did it for maybe a year.
Okay, so you're doing this for a year, and then you make that transition from meat cutting to junk removal, and you're having a daughter. So this, because I want to be sure that we relate to everybody on this, because there's a lot of people in your situation, you just don't know it, that have a baby coming out, especially if they're Mexican. No, I'm kidding. But they have a baby coming and they need funds, and you took that leap. Even though you were going to quit your job, you knew your woman was pregnant, that you're about to have a kid, but you were doing this on the weekends or on time, so you had an idea how to run a business. I'm sorry, you had an idea of how to start your junk removal business, but did you have an idea really of how to run a business?
No, I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew that I had to get a job, make more than obviously I was making at my other job, and then try to just keep repeating that and just hold on to the money and pay the bills. So, I knew that I wasn't going to have that paycheck next Friday. I knew I better wake up and I better get advertising. And if I didn't get a job, I just start emailing anybody in my neighborhood, anybody in my area that had a hotel or apartment, for a school. I just mass emailed everybody and hoped out of 100 people I got one job. That one job turned into 10 that week.
Right.
That week, I started with a Lincoln Continental. I didn't have a trailer at first. I just started putting stuff in my trunk.
You mean a car?
Yeah, just a Lincoln Continental, just a car, four-door car, but had the V8. And then, of course, you can rent U-Hauls if you get a big job.
Right. Hey, Jake, do me a favor. Lower your volume on your end. I got an echo.
Okay.
Just lower your volume on your end, so you can't hear yourself talk. And go ahead and talk. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's fine.
A little better?
Yeah, I just kept on hearing an echo. Okay, so this is great that you bring this up, Jake. I want to take the floor for a second. For those people that say you can't start a junk removal service, people always saying this, oh, I don't know how to do it. Look at Jake. This guy takes a Lincoln Continental. He quits his job. He jumps into junk removal, and his girlfriend is pregnant. Okay, so he's got 2 strikes. Not that it's bad that your girlfriend's pregnant, but your girlfriend is pregnant at the time. He's cutting meat, which is not the greatest profession in the world. And the third thing is he doesn't even have a vehicle. He takes a leap of faith, and he starts doing junk removal in a Lincoln Continental. Guys, if you have an upgrade from a Lincoln Continental, such as maybe an SUV, I guess you'd have an upgrade on Jake. You know what I mean? I guess you have an upgrade on Jake.
You just have a pickup truck right now. You're doing much better.
Yeah. If you have a pickup, Jake, stand back from the screen so I can see your whole face, bro. You're cut it off. You cut off on the brain. Right there's fine. Yeah, you're like this now. So
the wheelchair.
Yeah. Oh, is it really? We got. This is a great story. This is a great thing because a lot of people. Oh, jeez. A lot of people wonder how to start a junk removal service, and I mean, look how he's doing it. This is a great success story. So, and how long have you been doing junk removal now?
This will be our third full year. Getting ready to go into, I would say our 4th winter. So we're getting ready to cross over to our 4th full year. So
that's awesome. And on my first year, I remember I made like $75,000. In my second year, we doubled. In the third year, and it went up, and then it just kind of peaked at a moment. Can you remember the first year, what your numbers were? And I'm not going to ask for profit. I'm just going to ask, how much sales did you have?
Certainly. Yeah, just what I brought in for the year was a little over $90,000 my first year.
And then your second year?
And what I had made previously at the meat cutting was less than $19,000. So I more than almost quadrupled.
Yeah.
Obviously revenue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Your first year, you have a shit ton of learning experience.
You do. You have a lot of learning. You're going to make more mistakes and stuff like that. And I tell people,
you don't charge nearly as much as you should.
That's a great thing that you brought that up, Jake, because a lot of people ask me all the time, Richard, you always have this, and you have finances and stuff. And I say it's because I don't make those mistakes anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those mistakes. You learn really, really quick, especially when you have kids and you have a family, you have bills, and you have dogs that eat a lot and stuff, and you just have a lot of bills. So yeah, it could be something where you have to adjust and you have to learn really, really quick.
Otherwise it'll break your bank account.
Yeah, no shit. Anyway, so if you had something to talk about and you wanted to tell the young entrepreneur who's thinking of getting into junk removal, what is your biggest advice? I want to try to get this straight with you, okay? A lot of people are going to say stuff like, hey, get a good truck, get a good marketing team, get a good this, no. I want to ask this question to you as a person, psychologically, between you and your wife and you and your family or whatever, is what's something that goes through your mind as a learning process that you can tell the next entrepreneur, so when he gets in this business, there's going to be ups and there's downs. What's something that you can say to them to go, you know what, dude, stay in the game. Stay in the game. Don't quit. What's something that came up to you and you said, damn it, if this was me 3 years ago, I would have told myself that.
Well, I would definitely say to just keep on going. If you're not sure how everybody else is getting jobs, just keep messaging people. Keep waking up, keep advertising. If you do get a job, just make sure you you're a people pleaser, you shake their hand, you ask them if there's anything else you can do, ask for that review, ask for that reference, and then answer your phone and be waiting for it. Sometimes you might get a call at 10 o'clock at night asking you to come in the next morning. And so you just got to be ready, and the opportunities will follow. If you give up after 2 or 3 days and go look for another job, fill out another application, and stop answering your phone, you didn't even give yourself time to figure out if it was even going to work. So be patient. Be patient is the number one thing, and then just save your money when you do get a job.
Man, that's a good point. Yeah, I got a phone call, Jacob, the other day, and the guy was asking me. He goes, "Hey, Ricardo, I'm looking to get a bank loan to start my junk removal business. What should I do?" And I said, "Don't get a bank loan." You know what I mean? I said, "You're starting this wrong. You're starting this wrong. That's the worst idea you could be doing." I kind of steered him away from that. I forgot where he was from. I want to say he was from the East Coast or something like that. I don't remember, but I steered him away from that.
Never got him wrong.
Right. Jacob, so you've been in business for 3 years, and during these 3 years, what's this is the question I try to get from everybody. What's the biggest job that you have got since?
The biggest job would be we had a full house clean out. A lady had purchased a home hoping that she could maybe rent it out or make some money. And 2 years later, come to find out, the people had just been living in there, doing drugs, tweaking, basically stealing everything within a mile radius, taking it to their house. We ended up cleaning out the house. It was about, I want to say, a 3 or 5 day project. It was a $7,500 job. And it took us a while. I think I might have charged a little more now, but I was happy to get such a big number, and I was able to call 4 or 5 friends and give them work for a good week. So $7,500 was my biggest job this far, and that was a couple-day job. And we were able to do a couple of jobs every day that were still good at that one. I had crew there and trying to still not turn away customers. That's a big thing. If you start advertising too much, and you have to turn away customers, they'll never call you again.
Yeah, that's a big deal, right? And so, Jacob, what's
the break sometimes on advertising?
Right. Jacob, what's the coolest thing you found in the junk removal?
Oh man, coolest thing. We come across a Yamaha motorcycle. I was surprised when they had us all the way back. Didn't run or nothing, but I just thought it was pretty cool to have a whole motorcycle. Little training grenade. Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat when I came across that. I was like, oh. And I don't know, just, I'm sure you know everything, the TVs, the power tools, the brand new furniture that people just rather rebuy when they move across the country than pay somebody to haul it away.
Right.
I mean, some of these people out there are leaving thousands of dollars worth of stuff at the house and paying you hundreds of dollars to haul it away. And you're not even paying them to get rid of it. You're just reselling it.
True.
Reselling is a big part of the business for me.
Right. It is. Well, it's a big part for my business too. My channel is a big part. The whole property that I have is a big business for me. Where do you park your vehicle right now? Do you have one vehicle, 2 vehicles? What's your fleet look like? If it's one and one, or what do you have?
Right now, we're since I got the broken legs, we have 2 trucks. We have
Wait a minute.
trailers.
You do have broken legs?
Yeah, no, I broke my legs last week, so I've been off the truck for about a month now, but now I'm really running it from the office.
Yeah, I thought you were joking, dude.
No, my girls turned 3 and 4 last week, and I decided to dress up as Spider-Man. And I jumped off in high area, and Spider-Man's pretty tough till he hit the ground. And I broke my heels.
On both?
And, I'm gonna be,
both feet or just one?
Both of them.
Let me see.
See, I got a cast on. I got a cast on this one.
Son of a
I got a boot on this
bitch.
one.
Oh my gosh. So you're actually running.
You don't have to be on the truck to run your junk removal.
Yeah, and that's a great thing. That's a good thing. You know what? Explain that part to me. I'm a big person about being on the truck, cutting margins, of course.
Hard.
And I want to say that if you can stay on the truck, stay on the truck. There are some times that you're not going to be able to stay on the truck, and you're going to have to let someone else run it. For instance, if you get married and you go on a honeymoon, that's one. If you break your legs jumping off the roof because you're stupid and think you're Spider-Man, that's 2. There's a lot of things that could do. And Charles Stutton says Spider-Man is so strong and you isn't. He says that on the.
This one.
I want you to explain that transition from being on the truck and now having someone else run it.
Well, it's a trust thing. I got a good guy that's out there, and really, eventually, you're gonna have to come to a point where you're gonna have to realize that somebody else is gonna have to do it for you. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to be on 2 or 3 trucks. And really, I can't even be on 1 truck and keep up with the calls coming in to keep that 1 truck busy properly. So you gotta find somebody you trust that just has a passion for doing it, that really wants to pay their bills and provide for the business, and then go out and be happy with. Nobody's going to do 100% what you do, but if you can get 90% out of somebody, that's great. And if you can go out there and make $10,000 and put 4 or 5 in somebody else's pocket, and put 4 or 5 in your pocket, and still pay the rent,
right,
you're doing pretty good.
Right. Wow. I've only been off the truck since. If I go on vacation, to be honest with you, I don't trust anybody in my vehicles. I don't like the fact
It's
that
hard.
It's very difficult. There's always, a lot of people like to be off the truck, and I just say, you know what? I'm 45 years old. I'm going to stay on the vehicle until I can't be on the vehicle anymore. I'm in good health. My back is good. They used to be bad, but my back is good now. So I say to myself, I like being on the truck. I love being out there, just being rugged and being rough with the trucks and just working and meeting the people and stuff. And there's not going to be a better salesman than me answering the phone. So I love answering the phone, and I love going to the door, and it's great. It's a great situation. I got a question for you.
You're always going to know how to. You're going to know how to bid the jobs always too.
Oh yeah.
Squeeze out the lesser opinion out of the customer.
Definitely. My next question is this: what's your biggest challenge? Because you now have done videos. You do YouTube videos. Am I correct?
Yep. Just try to keep up with YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I see you're on TikTok now.
Barely.
Yeah, just try to keep up with customers and emails and everything would be the biggest challenge. And then whenever we want to hire, I always want to make sure that when we hire somebody that they're hired out for good, that they're not going to have to be worried about slowing down and having to find some work somewhere else. So I guess that would be our biggest thing is that when we do add a truck, that we make sure that we have competent people that are ready to show up and just, everybody's running together. Because I'm sure, as you know, if people don't show up, you're paying the insurance on both the vehicles already.
Oh, yeah.
You've already ordered 4 shirts for people that don't show up.
Yeah, no shit. Obsolete Junk and Demo, what's up, dude? What's up from Canada? Aye.
Hey, guys.
Hey. No, they go A.
How many dumpsters? You see got 9 mini dumpsters now?
Yeah, 9 mini dumpsters, 4 big dumpsters, 12-yard dumpsters that I don't use anymore. An enclosed trailer, a flatbed trailer,
Just one enclosed trailer?
Just one. No, I have 2 enclosed trailers, but one is in North Texas and one is here in Dallas. And then I have the 2-yard dumpsters, which I don't use. I have an idea for those later. And then I have...
What's your favorite?
Oh, the enclosed by far. That's the only one I like taking. It's so light I can move fast, you know what I mean, from city to city. So I like it. It's aluminum framed and it just moves fast, and that's why I like it.
Flying out.
I don't have to worry about putting a tarp. I don't have to worry about putting a tarp.
Straps,
Nothing like that. And I can do big jobs. See, I have something that a lot of other people can't do, such as 1-800-JUNK, Junk King, or those other guys with the lift trailers, And that's the thing I can do. I do pianos. I do hot tubs because I don't have to lift it high, you know what I mean? I have to bring it up, honestly, about this high off the ground, you know what I mean? And usually you just level it and it falls in and then we push it in, you know what I mean? So I can do a lot more things than they can do. And plus, honestly, they don't affect my business. People say they're competitors of mine. I don't. I think they're just chasing me, you know what I mean? I don't know. Honestly, I'm at the landfill about twice a day. I see them about once a month. Yeah. I rarely see.
Yeah, they're not doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing, and I'm doing good volume, but it's not like I'm going all crazy all over the place and I have trucks all over the city. It's not that. It's just that we're moving quick. You know what I mean? We're going from one site to one site to.
You're so busy.
Yeah, and we did we had 9 jobs. We did 6 jobs on Monday. Tuesday we did 9. Wednesday we did 5, and then Thursday we did 1. And then Friday we had like 3. But it was funny when Wednesday was over. I was done with the week. I was like, I'm done. I just finished doing 5 jobs, 9 the day before, and I had already had like $4,000 in my pocket. You know what I mean? I already made my money, and I was done for the week. So anything else that was coming up, I was just like, no thanks. You know what I mean? So I was passing off.
So you just turn away business?
No, I don't turn around business. I don't. I give them to my son, JunkGuys Frisco, JunkGuys Dallas, or JunkGuys North Texas, and let them do it. And if I reach to a point where I've worked where I think I've worked enough, I just pass it off. And that's the easiest thing. That's the best thing I can do. And the reality is that if someone calls me about a fridge, I'll go do it. I'll put $45 in my pocket. I don't mind that. But if someone calls me for a house clean out and I know it's going to be $400 or $500, I'm like, dude, here, someone else. And I try to pass those jobs off to someone else because I've already hit my limit for that week, and God will bless me next week. That's how I look at it. You know, that's how I look at it. So there's some people out there go, oh, I'll do every fucking job. I'll just push it till next week. I don't. And I'm going to tell you how my schedule works, Jacob. I have next week. I have Monday. I have Monday booked. That's it. And I have 1 job on Wednesday. Call me on Monday and ask me about Tuesday.
Yeah.
It'll be booked up. Call me. Yeah. Call me Wednesday. I still will have that just 1 job. But call me Tuesday about Wednesday. It'll be gone. I work same day and next day service, and a lot of people don't realize that I do same day, next day service. As a matter of fact, when someone calls me, Jacob, and tries to book like for next week, this is what I tell them on the phone. They'll say, "Yeah, I'd like to book something for the month of November, the 23rd. That's 1 day before Thanksgiving." I'll say this: call me on the 22nd, so I can do it. Well, it's a big job. It doesn't matter. I have enough equipment. I'll just show up. I'm going to show up with me and a lot of more Mexicans, and that's it. You know, I don't care. So I don't plan ahead. I tell people to call me. They call me. If they don't, you know what? I'll be blessed somewhere else. So I walk away from jobs all the time. I walked away from $3,000 jobs, $1,500 jobs, just because I wanted to get my value for my buck. But not only that, I wanted to get the right date. I wanted to be sure, hey, this is the day I'm going to do it. I close deals so quick, too. I close deals.
Sure. I'm sure you have a lot of days where you wake up with nothing, and by the end of the day,
oh, jeez. When I'm driving there. Well, the day that I had 9 jobs, I'm going to tell you how many I had on the schedule. I had 3. I had 3 that morning.
Yep.
I was in the shitter. I booked 2 in the shitter. Walking out the door, I booked another one. I'm walking out. I had 3 jobs, and I was going to hit $600 already. I'm like, dude, that's my day. I'm good with 600. That's it. I'm done. And then all of a sudden I'm getting in my truck, rings again. I'll go get it, rings again. By the time I'm at the 7th job, I said, holy cow, I'm about to break a record. And George was like, why? He goes, my record is 9, and we just got 10 jobs. And he's like, holy shit, let's do it. When we got to the 8th job, we were going to break the record. We were going to do a great video about it, just making fun of that thing. The 10th job canceled on me and pushed it to the next day. And I was like, oh, man. We were all hyped up. We had this idea. I was like, Jesus Christ, ma'am. And I begged her. I practically, ma'am, I can still do the job. I have enough room in my trailer. We emptied out another trailer for you. Can we do it tonight? Well, no. Can you do it tomorrow? Ma'am, is there any way you don't have to be home? Just to break the record of 10 jobs. And we never got it. We tied it at 9. So I've hit 9.
You ever have an issue with the landfill ruining your day as far as it being closed?
No.
Since you have a lot now, you can just kind of dump and go.
Yeah, that's what the problem. That's the thing, and that's the. And this is good for people that are listening to this channel. The more vehicles I have, and the more equipment I have, the more places I can dump my stuff in.
Exactly. A spare trailer is always good to have.
Yeah. And I have that day. That's exactly what we did. We threw all the recycles outside. We called my recycler, Wayman, and I said, Wayman, get your ass over here. You got 30 minutes. Get here in 30 minutes, or I'm going to put it outside. The dude showed up in like 25 minutes. He took all the recycling, emptied half the trailer, and the rest of the cardboard we put in another truck. And we're off with an empty trailer just like that. And then we were able to do another job. It's being able to finesse and that day we got the 9 jobs. I got a bad review. I posted it on Facebook. I was like, if y'all want to see it, here it is. And you know what? The lady said she's never going to call me again. And I was just like, I don't care, ma'am. I told her, I said, lose my number. And I did the video. I have a video where I even tell her to lose my number. I recorded the whole video and I'm going to post it. But I tell her, lose my number. And here's what I want people to understand. I am rude. I'm an asshole sometimes to my customers. I am. There's so many people. I want you to know there are so many people out there in the world, and so many people need stuff picked up. Do not be begging your customers to call you back, because there will be another customer, because it's like every day people are born and people need junking. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I can't believe how many, I've done so many jobs every week, every month, every year. New customers every day. New customers, people I've never seen in my life. And people,
every year the list just grows.
You just list, and I'm like going, Jesus, I've been in this neighborhood. I'll show up to a neighborhood, Jacob, and I'll go, wow, this is my first time in this neighborhood. And I know every neighborhood. That's the weird thing about it. I've been to every, I quote, been to every, no, hell no, I've never been to every, but I've been to every, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. And I'm like, golly, how much more houses can they build on this land? And all of a sudden I'm going to a new, so, Jacob, I was going to ask you a question, about your YouTube channel.
Yes.
What's your biggest challenge?
Subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe to his channel. Don't forget, guys. What's the biggest challenge? Yeah. I noticed that's really professional up there with the marker.
I try.
Yeah, it looks good. What's the biggest challenge doing a YouTube channel?
I would say just keeping up with the content, especially now that I'm in the office, making sure that my guys get the footage. Otherwise, it's just me sitting here, me selling stuff and watching you on YouTube.
That's
right. Getting good footage, getting content, trying to think of stuff that hasn't already been done, and if it has, maybe just putting a different spin on it. That way, I'm not just repeating what Ricardo said last Wednesday.
Right.
So I guess that would be the one biggest thing. It's hard to grow your followers. Hopefully, as more people are populating the earth, Junk Move will start to grow. I think Junk Move has skyrocketed this year. Yeah. Obviously, your channel has almost doubled in size.
Yeah, it did. I don't know why.
It's crazy. Well, you just got some good videos and obviously the personality. So.
Hey, did you take any ideas that you saw? Well, you mentioned you took the idea from a hot tub removal. You saw my hot tub. You mentioned this on the first call. Have you taken any ideas from me and used them and implemented and said, holy shit, this does actually work?
Yes, definitely with the hot tub, with cutting it up and then throwing stuff off the balconies. So.
Yeah, Jacob, I just want to say, Jacob. Yeah, throwing stuff off the balconies was a joke. We did it all the time just to save time. But yes, I've heard that before.
It definitely saves time. It puts a smile on everybody's face.
Yes.
Yes. Department managers love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I learned to be careful when I'm driving down the road, backing up, and just good customer service, I guess. Really. Right. I know you're really friendly with your customers, and you have a bold personality. You're not afraid to speak what you think.
Yes.
And whether that comes across as scary to some people or confident, it doesn't matter in your mind. You're just there to get the job.
Yeah, and I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you a quick scenario. What happened, Jacob? I went to a guy's house. He was Indian. I deal with a lot of Indian people in Frisco, and the guy said, "I said, sir, you're being cheap." I said, "Excuse me, you're being cheap. Why don't you just pay me to do the job and get it done?" And he looks at me. He goes, "I'm not being cheap. I don't like your attitude. I'm just not being cheap. And you know what? I'm not gonna hire you for the job. I tell you, you could do it for $300, but I won't pay $350." I said, "Sir, just pay me the $350. Get it done and stop. I'm gonna call your competition." I said, "Sir, you're not gonna call my competition. Just call me. Let it get it done. You know what? I'm gonna leave. I told him. I said, I'm just going to leave because it's not worth it. I have other things to do. So I jump in my truck. He calls me. I come back. I do the job. This is what he tells me after the job is done. This is what he tells me. "You know what? I didn't mean it. You did a good job. I don't like you, but you did a good job." Dude, you don't have to like me. Just pay me for fucking removing your stuff.
Let me go.
Yeah, I don't like you either, but I just was like, and George was laughing when he heard it. He goes, "Did that guy just say he doesn't like you?" I said, "That's how Indian people are. They tell you how they feel about you." I said, "George, who cares? We got the money. Let's get the fuck out of here, dude. I got $350. He paid me $350." And the point was that he didn't want to bother and waste, and he was lazy. He didn't want to call other people. And I try to explain this to people all the time on my channel: is don't be begging the customers. They need us more than we need them. And to me, in my case. You know, I've been around doing this way too long, you know. Jacob, is there any questions you want to ask me? Like something that...
Well, I just think of customers, I know you don't accept a certain form of payment. I can't remember whether it was...
Credit card.
Or cash.
Credit card.
Credit card. Why don't you?
I think the fees on credit card are excessive. I think... people will find an alternate way to pay you. Debit cards, of course, are not as bad as debit cards are. So when someone uses a debit card, it's a lot easier. I'll lose, maybe in a month, I'll lose 1 or 2 customers every month for not using a credit card. But most of the people will make it up by paying me cash. So I get that asked a lot about credit cards. And let's say if it's out of 100 people, because it's not fair to say out of 10 people. Out of 100 people, 100 people will pay me, 60% will pay me cash, 40% will pay me debit. And I'll lose maybe 1 customer out of 100. Maybe 1 customer I'll lose because of credit. But most of the time, I just tell them the fees are excessive. I don't want to. I honestly only started taking debit cards like maybe a year ago.
Okay.
And I was always successful with checks and cash. But I just started doing it because the accessibility of Venmo, Cash App, and that other one, Zelle, has really skyrocketed. And I'm saying, you know what, it's more accessibly. Mike Murphy says on the message board, he says, "I've learned being confident with the customer and giving a firm price from you, Ricardo." Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's true. It's anybody can start a junk removal company, Jacob, but not everybody's a good salesman. People have to work on it.
You have to be confident with telling people, because sometimes the price you have to charge the people to cover your expenses is way more than you ever thought you were going to be charging somebody. And so you got to be comfortable with that. Otherwise, you're just going to be ripped off every time you're doing jobs. You're like, shit, why did I charge this much?
Yeah.
And I was curious, do you have to pay a separate fee for your TVs in your area?
No. The TVs get dumped at the landfill. Yeah.
Okay, and you just take it to a separate area, or they just sort it out themselves?
That don't fucking matter to me. Yeah.
So we have to pay $20 for the 2 TVs, and we have to pay $40 for the projection TVs.
If I was you, I'd take them apart. I'd damage them in the truck.
No, that's too fast. We just charge the customer, of course.
Oh, you add it.
Yeah.
Damn, no. I charge $45. That's what the thing about it is. People ask me all the time, why do I charge so cheap for stuff like that? Like TVs, refrigerators, washer and dryers, and what's the other thing? Most appliances are $45. And the reason is, I pull up to my property, throw them outside my truck, and the scrapper's already waiting to grab it. So I don't recycle. Okay. I don't like to recycle. If I recycle, I do it for the humor of fucking not making any money.
Just doing it.
Yeah, just to do it for my YouTube channel. Yeah, just to doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, we usually charge like $80 to $160 per TV, depending on how much you put through it on what side.
God damn, that is crazy. Guys, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask Jacob, or if you'd like to ask me, you're welcome to put it on the message board. You know, I get this number up here. I don't know how many people are even watching the channel, but I get this amount of play.
It's hard to say. It looks like 11, maybe.
I have no idea. It's an incredible amount.
I'm glad that you brought me on. Been watching for such a long time, man.
Oh, awesome. I appreciate that. I'd like to get more people on. I'd like to do this more often.
For sure.
And talk to companies all the time and stuff about the lessons of junk removal and how to build a small business like this. A big question that I get all the time, Jacob, is the fact that, hey, there's a lot of competition. I don't know if I can make it. What should I do?
Just keep going. You know, look around. There's a bunch of landscapers and people mowing lawns out there. There's a million roofing companies. There's a million guys with trucks already doing other work. Junk removal is just starting to get there, so you might as well get in now before you start seeing junk removal trailers everywhere. Mm-hmm. Even then, every house that has a lawn has a trash can.
Yep.
Has a couch, has something they got to throw away.
Yep.
So it's just imminent.
Yeah. And I can't answer that anymore. Imagine if you pull up the yellow pages and you type in, nobody uses yellow pages, but if you had the yellow page and you type in plumbers, plumbers, it goes for 3 or 4 pages. Pull up junk removal, it's going to do 1 page at the most, even half a page.
Yep.
You're not going to get, there's so much room for small businesses, and people are...
Get your Google business page up.
Yep.
That's completely free. That's one thing I've learned about YouTube. The free stuff.
Everything.
If you do want to accept credit cards, Square.
Yeah.
They send it to you for free.
Yeah. That's a big part, guys. Keep your costs low. As you start a junk removal service, keep your costs low. I love the fact that I don't owe any money to anybody. My trucks are paid for. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't have a brand new truck. I pay all my trucks cash. They're all there. All of them work. Today is the first. Yesterday was the first day that all 4 trucks are running because one just came in from the shop. I only had 3 running, and then one was down. It came from the shop, and then. So I'm like looking at them and going, great. I'm so glad they're all running and I only use one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
They're all on asset. They're all paid off.
Yeah.
And my sell them all and just run away.
Exactly. And my trailers are all paid, and I pay my insurance up front every year. My insurance is really cheap because my property, guys. I have an umbrella policy, and my umbrella policy covers all my vehicles on my property and outside my property. My umbrella policy, because I haven't had any incidents, is ridiculously cheap. This umbrella policy also covers the insurance on my vehicle. Like I just said that. But it's really cheap. I pay an astonishing $78 a month on my insurance for all my vehicles, all my things. But I'm going to tell you why.
Wow.
I am storing my vehicles on my property that I own also. So it helps out a lot. It's like more like a homestead kind of policy, and that's why it works out for me. A lot of people are going to be paying hundreds of dollars, and I'm going to tell you why you're paying a lot of money on insurance for your trucks, because they're not paid for. That's why you have to have full coverage. Me, if my truck wrecks and my engine's sticking out of my hood, I'm going to leave the vehicle there. I'm going to catch an Uber and going home, and I'm getting another vehicle and go finish my job. I could care less about that vehicle. I'm just moving on. That vehicle's not going to get fixed. It is not going to get fixed. Even if I get the insurance money, I'm not going to fix that vehicle. I'm going to go buy another vehicle. So have you had any incidents where you've damaged anybody's things yet?
Yeah, I was backing in, and this was before I learned the value of having somebody guide you in.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking back, I seen the car behind me, and I thought the trailer was over far enough, and then I just seen the rock of the car, and just seen it shake a little bit, and went, shit. So the guy didn't even notice, but I knew I had to say something to him, and sure enough, when I showed it to him, he said, well, we're going to talk about that. So it was just a little scrape, but insurance got together, and that's just one of the benefits of making sure you charge accordingly, so you do have the right insurances, or at least a pocket full of cash to put to the side and go, hey, let's take this to the body shop and get it cleaned up.
I've done that. I have to do that because I don't want them reporting.
Sometimes you just got to be careful. Most of the time, it's just shit on the truck. Your regular oil changes, pop tires, damn CV axle or something going on. But it's the unexpected couple $100 that can really break you if you're not prepared.
True. Another question you want to ask me, Jacob? You got something for me?
Very important to ask you.
Have you took any of the price? Have you took any of the pricing from my website and used it?
No. What? Quite honestly, I'm surprised you charge us at least with a small that you do. But I think your landfill fees are probably going to be a little bit cheaper than mine, and you have a lot more customer base where I'm sure you can do such. So I guess I would say, how many? When you first started, did you just start? How many mini dumpsters did you start out with, and how much of a income is that for you?
It's not. I don't make much money off the mini dumpsters. I don't.
Is it more of a hassle moving around keeping up with them?
Yeah, it is. It is a big time hassle. I try to keep. Well, I only have 2 on the property today, so there's about 7 of them out. But hell, I don't even know where they're at sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, I've had one on one property for like 6 months. Totally went and forgot to get it. I mean, all you're really doing is making $80 or $90.
Yeah, after your gas going to get it.
You know, that's really all it is. There's not like a lot of money in it, but you are
adding a service for the customer.
Yeah, adding a service for the customer. But I guarantee you this, and it's happened a lot, Jacob. And learn this lesson. I'm about to teach you a lesson in this one. I've had a person who rented a mini dumpster for me about 9 years ago. He calls me up and this is a true story, he called me up about 2 weeks ago, and I did a full house clean out for him. He had my number from 9 years ago. He still had my original card. I don't even hand out cards no more. That's how cheap I am. I don't hand out cards. I haven't had cards in like 2 years. And he had my card, and I looked at the card and I said, oh my God, this is when I was overweight and fat, and I took a picture of myself, put it on the card. I said, bro, this is crazy. And he said, yeah, I made $1,600 off of him. That mini dumpster that was $150 9 years ago related to $1,600 9 years later. I get that all the time. I get people who rent the mini dumpster and years later they use me again. All the time. Hey, I saw your mini dumpster down the street. Can you remove a fridge? Yeah, let me hit you for $45. You know what I mean? I got a question really fast, Jacob, on the message board. Broward County Junk Removal Cleaning Service. Do you look to expand or subcontract in other states? Is that question to me, or is that question to JF Hauling? I'll answer.
I'm curious about the same for you. I know you work with other people in other states.
Yeah.
Do you read? I mean, do you do it just for fun, or I'm sure there's some kind of compensation monetary wise?
We work with other junk guys across the U.S. They use my logo. Both you brothers. Okay, so he's asking the question for both of us. Yes, I am. Whenever I get that chance for somebody to call and they're really interested and they really want to do this, and I can tell in their voice and I can tell how they're talking to me, if they really want to do it, then we talk business. I throw them an offer. I usually build the infrastructure of everything, social media, websites, and all that stuff, and GMBs, and I do all that stuff for them. It takes a while for them to get up, but I tell them all the little secrets and stuff, how to get to that part where the phone starts ringing. But I've done it for people that's been very, very successful. Junk Guys Los Angeles. God damn, that dude's a hard-ass worker. I told him, do this, do this, do this, do this. He goes off and does this, does this, does this, does this, does this. And he did it all right, and it worked out for him. The weird thing about it is that I think he makes more money than me. That's one thing that I'm not happy about, but he's always getting bookings. He's always getting more bookings than I am, because I see his bookings come across I never look at them. When they say CA on them, which California, I don't look at them. I don't care where they're at or what they are. But I always send him a message that says, fool, you know what I mean, or something. But I do look to expand if someone's calling. I'm looking right now. Someone just called me about Reno. Yeah, if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, I could care less. Yeah, it's just, if you're willing to work on it, you'll make it work. And if you're not going to make it work, and that's it. JF, how about you?
Probably the same thing. One thing I would look for is somebody who's really wanting to, I say, bring JF Hauling or some kind of different area. I would have to see some kind of value up front. Maybe that they've already established a name in their area. They're just looking to pick up more business by bringing in somebody who's a little bit better with the advertising. Or maybe show me something that they're good at that I might not necessarily be good at, because I'm just starting this myself, so I'm learning the advertising and all that. Find something, watch my videos. If you noticed I've said something that I'm not good at, send me a video showing me that you know how to knock down the water. Maybe we can work together on something.
Right.
Because strengths are in numbers, and that's how you grow a business. I gotta find somebody who loves advertising, and you gotta find somebody that wants to teach you about something or want how to make money.
Good.
So
good point there. That's
how I would go. When I originally talked to you on Ricardo, I wanted to make sure that I could, if I could get on a channel, that it was benefiting both of us, organically, not having to pay for any of this. I'm not paying him to be on here. We're not exchanging money. We're just talking, and hopefully our subscription, our viewers will go up.
Definitely
chatting and bring some awareness.
Definitely, I love this. I love the fact that we do this. It does help me out. Usually, my live videos with guests bring me up really good, and I love it. And Austin, did you see the video with me and Austin?
Yes, I did. Yep, I watched it. I'm a big fan of Let It Go in Florida. Great people. So I know there's another guy in Florida that you didn't get along with. I want to say Chuck Mob. That was. I don't want to bring up how old history, but there's so many junk removal companies out there. Let It Go Junk Removal is definitely coming up. They're huge in the dumpster business. I know you do a lot of the mini dumpsters.
Yeah. Austin brought up something on his video. I don't know if you saw that, and we discussed it, and it was kind of controversial to me. I want to ask you what you thought about it. He said that he was the #1 junk removal service in the world, and I said I was the #1 junk removal service in the universe. Is the universe more bigger than the world to you?
Certainly.
Yeah.
If he just means the Earth is the world.
Yeah, the Earth.
There's a whole other world there.
Yeah. Just want to be sure that when he sees this video that he just confirmed it. He's not getting, Jacob is not getting compensation.
I should have started the video by saying hello, fellow Earthlings.
Yes, hello, fellow Earthlings. Yeah, I've seen his videos. They're good. They're good. You follow other people other than my channel, of course.
Yes, I also follow Sonoma Strong, Let It Go, JRA, Junk Removal Authority, another great people that I like. Trying to think. I think they also do junk doctors, and then not junk removal related, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, just a bunch of other inspirational people and influencers.
And junk removal, who's your favorite?
Yeah, of course, JunkGuysdfw, biggest one on YouTube. And
biggest.
As far as I know, one of the longest ones in business.
Yes, I am. I am the longest, and I have 2,000 videos. Or 1,900. No, I think I have 1,900. I think I have 2,000. It's 1,900 or 2,000. I know it's over 1,900. So it's between 1,900 and 2,000.
Close to the two.
And I give all the information for free. I give everything for free.
Yep.
I even have how-to videos where I do charge because they're like detailed videos. And I hold a summit every year except this year because this is COVID. I hold a summit. I hear these people, and this is something that's frustrating that I'm going to express to you, Jacob, on my channel really fast. But I hear all these people all the time that are saying, I am the junk removal leader in this industry. I just repeated that with Doug. Remember Doug Calhoun? He had said that, and I repeated it. He said the junk. He said he was the junk removal authority in industry leader in junk removal. I question that, and the reason I question that, I want to know how many times he helps other people out. I want to know how many summits he has every year. I want to know where his how to learn videos are. I want to know all that stuff, but he doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't have anything like that. But he's
got over 1 million views, don't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got.
I check out your about section all the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I just look at that and I think about, I don't go out and say the #1 junk removal leader in industry, but he does, and he's got like a few videos. I don't know how many videos. I didn't go to. Yeah, I don't know how many followers he has, but I think what he did was said something stupid, and now it's kicked him in the face because I love talking about people on my channel. Shit, especially if you say.
It's hard to talk about people when they're not around, but obviously the guy made an ass of himself. And, to the wrong junk channel.
Yeah, exactly the wrong one. If it was Junk Mob, he would have got away with it, but not on my channel. So we've been on this. We've been on this for an hour and 3 minutes, man. And listen, I'm gonna. I need your links. I want to put your links on the channel below on my channel, so people can go to your YouTube channel. So if you can email that, or no, just email it to me so I can copy, paste it, and throw it on here right now, right after this video. It takes because this is a high def video, so it's gonna take like maybe 30 minutes for it to get high def. And then in those 30 minutes, if you could send me that, I'll put in the link below. Anyway, guys, Broward Counties, I would love to join or attend any summit you have, brother. Hey, well, I'm going to have one next year, or we'll probably have one in the middle of this year. I'm not sure, but I've had great response in helping other small businesses become bigger businesses, and we're going to make the summit really big so I can actually make some money off of it one day. Because I have not made any money off any of these summits. $1, not even $1. Yeah, I'm going to make a book, And when you open the book, it's going to have pages that are all blank, but it's going to be a book. And it's going to say how I started my journey, and it's just going to be blank. And I'm going to sell it at the summit, the 2021 summit.
Even if you sell a couple, if you sold 2.
Yeah, if I sold 2 and it's blank, boom, I got. Everybody brings a book, I just don't have one. So anyway, Jacob, anything you want to say before you get? Yeah, definitely. You want to say something to the new entrepreneurs that are starting a junk removal business that maybe you want to leave off with?
First off, just thanks for watching. Thanks for hopefully subscribing to both of our channels if you haven't already. Start small, be patient, and if you're not sure what to start with, just watch one of our channels and go from there.
Yeah.
Anything you can start with, really, a car, truck, SUV, small trailer, big trailer.
Lincoln Continental.
Don't go get a loan.
Yeah.
Don't go get a loan, and don't put expenses more than what you're making, because you already got to feed yourself and put gas in the car. So,
Right.
That's that. Subscribe below, guys.
Yes, guys, and I'm going to have his information below, guys. I'm going to end this video. I want to thank Jacob for being on the show. I want to thank Doug for being a dick.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to thank Doug for being a dick on my show also, and Mike Feeney, the owner of Dr. Junk, for leaving my post up there and showing that people can't pressure him to deleting posts off anything. And eventually, I'm going to get my green screen back up here. You'll get to see my studio, Jacob. And I'll have you on the show again another time.
I appreciate it, man.
We'll do this again and stuff. It'll be a great thing. You may have not made any money on that summit, but you made lives better, and that's karma. Good karma. Hey, look at that. Brower, he's next going to be on my channel. He's next going to be on. All right, guys, I'm going to leave y'all today. Now, I appreciate everybody staying tuned to the channel. Thank you, Jake, for being on the show. And don't forget, guys, if you like my videos, subscribe over there to the right side. On the left side, check out my videos. And I'm out. I'm going to hang up first on Facebook because I don't know if I had anybody listening to me on Facebook. Oh, I did. There it is. And I will talk to you.